Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today, I'm going to show you how we can use Vault in our dev, local, or production environment. In my previous video, I have shown you guys how you can set up Vault in 60 seconds. So now we are going to do hands-on demo where I will be providing you automated scripts so you will be able to learn how to use this Vault. Believe me, if you watch these videos till end, you will have a better understanding how you can use Vault. So I'm going to show you the hands-on demo with the automated scripts as well as I will be providing you those scripts so you will have better understanding so how you can use your application and Vault is I mean pretty easy. This is a matter of organizing it. So what I've done that I've created exercise directory for you guys, and this I've created one file, and also I have a directory policy, and which I have two policies. So guys, what we will be doing in this demo that these are the some additional commands I've made ready for you guys. So what I'm going to do I'm going to show you that you see our cluster is up and running, so and it is in the Docker container. So what I'm gonna do simply you see, let me close the other tabs as well. So let me show you that Docker ps -a. So there is a one directory as well. If you navigate to Vault, it is running the Docker Compose. Docker Compose ps -a. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do uh, Docker exec into it. So Docker exec interactive into Vault, VULT Vault, and I'm going to take a shell. There is no bash in it, so only sh work. Let me show you that cat etc shells. If you navigate to this path, you will see no bash is available, sh and only shell is available. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to navigate into Vault /Vault as it is already mounted on your local uh, machine, local host. So we are going to do some stuff here as far as the initialization is concerned. Vault is initialized, but let me show you that if you do Vault status, it will give you an error. So why it is give you an error? That we have to first export the variable. So same command you can follow and everything I will be providing you. You can watch my videos. Uh, so for better understanding. So let me okay. If I do Vault status, see, um, this is running on the local host, and you see it is unsealed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first authenticate myself as I'm the root. So if I provide this command vault login, and already I have a vault token. So let me show you that in my previous video we have downloaded this file, and if you haven't watched that particular video, please go and watch that. So I request you to please make this file safe in a better place. So if you lose this file, you have to recreate this stuff. Although it is automated, it will be set up in few minutes. But if you lose this stuff, so definitely you have to recreate this stuff. So please make sure that these keys and everything is put in a secure place. So, as far as these keys are concerned, Um, and these can be shared with your team members, and these can be, used with the keybase IO later in later videos. I might show you how you can securely um, keep these keys in your encrypted place on keybase IO. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to paste the token here. So see, I'm successfully logged in as root. So why I'm logged in as root, we are going to use some commands, and what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create first users. So before that, just like in AWS, you create policies and you assign those policies to users. So, but best practice that you create policies and you attach those policies to groups. So any user add in that particular group. So that would be easy management for you to manage multiple users. But as this is the demo, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to first um, enable the user pass. So let me show you that there are engines in the Vault environment. You see, if you click this, you will see all the engines, and these are the secret engines, you can say. I mean, where you can put your secret stuff, your logs, your your API keys, your passwords, and any stuff you want to store an encrypted way. So this is we are going to use the database, but I'm going to show you now the relevant stuff with the command line. So all the commands I've already provided you, and steps, you simply have to follow these steps. So I'm going to enable the user pass. Okay, so user pass is enabled, and I'm going to create a RDS admin. So RDS admin, okay. And also we are going to launch one RDS. Before doing this, let me launch that. Although I have Terraform code with regard to that, you can launch through the Terraform code, but for the sake of this demo, I'm going to simply launch it manually. This will take about 10 minutes, so I'm launching in front of you. So while it will be launching, we will do our stuff with regard to the policy creation and other stuff. So create database. Okay, I'm going to select MySQL. So all this stuff we are doing for the Vault understanding, and how we can use it in our production environment. Let this database called in um, Vault. Okay, and the admin name is going to be, I'm going to call this is infra gurus. Okay, and the password is going to be really simple. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, numlog is was disabled, so let me check it. Okay, now it's fine. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this is going to be really tiny um, RDS EC2 instance. So Um, Connectivity is fine. Additional connectivity configuration. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to select Vault and uncheck the default. So yeah, that would be fine. Let's create this database. Okay, what it is saying that the maximum threshold be greater than, I guess I've chosen the, okay, yeah, should be 21 as mentioned below. So let it create. So while it is creating, what we are going to do, we have done this part, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one policy. So navigate to policy section. I'm going to create RDS admin policy. So we will be able to create, read, update, and list, and the path on this path, database path. So everything in the board is path. So let me show you what it is mean regarding path. So this is the database path. So anything under this is going to have authority. So what but we will be creating through all this through command line. So let me create one directory and make the policy. Okay. Navigate to policy. I would like to use editor nano here, because when you do, I am inside the Docker. So when you use Vim inside Docker, copy paste is not going to work. So this is using the Alpine Linux, and this is a default version of Vault official image. So we are using the official Vault container. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to say apk add nano. Nano editor is going to be set up, and nano RDS admin .scl. This is the policy. I'm going to paste RDS admin .scl. SCL is for Hashicorp language. So this is the extension we will be using. Control X, Y, and press enter. So RDS admin.scl policy is created. So now simply navigate to the demo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to simply copy this command vault policy, write RDS admin and the name of the policy, and this is the file, and this is going to be uploaded. So this policy is uploaded successfully. Okay, I will show you. You see, this is the policies, and this is the RDS admin policy, and this is the database path, and this is the capabilities. So we can read, update, and list. So anyway, we are going to use dynamic credential, and let me first complete the stuff. So you can use the extra additional command as well. So it will list the policies. Okay. So vault policy list, it is going to show you from the command line as well. This is the RDS admin, and you can simply read from the command line what is the policy, as I've already shown you from the UI panel that this is the policy. Okay, so anyway, this part is done. So now we are going to set up the user, and the user we are going to set up is with the name RDS admin, and it is going to be under this path. So this path, user path, we have already enabled uh, in um, this section. So simply copy this, and the password is going to be this CBA this blah blah, and policy, as we already set up, RDS admin is going to be attached with this particular user. So this part is also done, data is written. So okay, so now what we are going to do for dynamic credentials, um, we are going to enable the database engine. So we can either use the command line or go for the UI panel. From the UI you can also enable that, but we are going to enable from the command line. So this is the path, database is enabled. Okay, so these links are actually the Vault official documentation. I've also included this for your convenience, so you will be able to really understand. And if you really wanna read in detail, so you will be able to um, go through these documents. So anyway, now this is the database section. So actual database. Okay. So what we will be doing here, I'm going to enable the RDS plugin, and everything as I've told you, I'm doing it as a root. So this is for the MySQL, but I'm not going to cover this MySQL in this demo. So simply I'm going to navigate uh, just a little bit more. So same settings are going to be applicable for the MySQL now, but we are concentrating on AWS and we are going to use the RDS. So for the RDS setup, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this plugin and the connection string. So here you have to put your DNS endpoint. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this instead of editing it here. So I'm going to simply open one text document and I'm going to paste the stuff here. So I'm going to put the RDS or DNS endpoint of our um, DNS. So here in this tab, I'm telling that you have to provide your original username and password. So Vault will first take these and will provide you alternative, or you can say dynamic credential against these original credentials. So if these values are true, we will having no error on our command line. So let me navigate to first RDS, navigate to Vault. So yes, it is deployed. So I'm going to copy the endpoint of this RDS and simply paste it. So copy it, make sure everything with regard to the username, password, and the DNS endpoint should be correct. So simply paste it here. So no error we have seen. So let's navigate to the next step. So what in next time what we are doing that we are going to write a database role. So this is the allowed role, RDS MySQL admin, and this is the creation statement by through which we are allowing uh, the read access to this role. You can say that we are this is our this is our you can say assume name of our database. So this is the creation statement, and the default TTL is 1 hour. You can set it up according to your need. So max TTL is going to be 24 hours. So simply copy this command and paste it on the oops, in the shell. So successfully data written to this role under this path. Okay. So okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I will show you one more stuff, um, so you will have a better idea what we are going to do in this demo lab. So this is Amazon Linux, uh, and we have set up our vault in it. Okay, so let me just rename it. Okay, yeah, it's vault. So I'm going to launch another cluster, and sorry, I'm going to launch another EC2 instance, but this time I'm going to launch, let's say, um, different one. I'm going to launch Ubuntu 18, and in this EC2 instance, I'm going to launch my WordPress application. You can launch uh, any Amazon Linux machine as well. So, and in that particular machine, you can use any application, but for the sake of this demo, I'm going to use WordPress. And that particular WordPress is going to be connected with RDS. So, specs are okay, fine, that's fine. So, this is my, you can say that name is going to be this, and I'm going to call this Ubuntu, and I'm going to call this WordPress application. And this application is going to be using our Vault dynamic credentials. So I'm going to select the same Vault. So okay, and same keep here, that's fine. Also, I should allow the port 80 as well. So WordPress also we are going to use in the Docker container, and let me allow this port 80 on this particular EC2. So okay, custom, okay, HTTP HTTP, even you can allow it from anywhere, but I'm going to use my IP. So what I'm going to do is to simply SSH into this particular Ubuntu machine. So guys, this is our Vault cluster, Vault machine or cluster, whatever you want to say. And this is our Vault machine, and this is our application. So um, this is the shell of our Vault machine, and it is we are in this shell. We are inside the Docker container. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another shell which is relevant to our application, and our application, as I told you, is going to be WordPress. So I'm going to use the same key. Ubuntu is the user, and um, copy the IP address of the Ubuntu machine. So what I'm going to do here, let me show you that. So I'm going to install first the Vault here. Simply navigate to Google, type Vault, download. Okay, navigate to this path, download Vault. As we are using the Linux, so navigate to Linux. Right click on this instead of download. Copy the link and type this command wget, or you can use the curl. So I'm going to use the curl. pasted. So this is downloaded, and I'm going to do apt install hyphen y unzip. So by default unzip is not installed. So excuse me. So I'm going to unzip this one. Unzip vault. So if you do echo dollar path, so copy this vault into your user local bin. Okay. Simply for the checking, simply do vault tab and you see vault is available. So I'm going to remove this vault and vault zip. So okay, now what I'm going to show you that I'm going to export one variable. The variable is going to be the navigate to this section. Okay, the variable is going to be this, which is the address of the, let me disclose it, which is the address of this vault cluster. So I'm going to copy this private IP of this vault cluster and I'm going to edit this. So this will be definitely different according to your, even you use your local machine, you can use two machine and simply do the same stuff what I'm doing here. So I've exported this. So what I'm going to do is to, for the login, I want to let me show you that what I want to do. This Ubuntu machine is want to authenticate. First of all, authentication is required to this vault. So what doing there, I'm doing the authentication. So everything is going to be authenticated through vault. So this part is done. Okay, what I'm gonna do, navigate to our document. So what I'm going to do is to simply use the user pass. So in past we have created this user RDS admin, and the method we are going to use is the user pass. So when you type this, it will prompt for your password. So I'm going to use the password, and this is the password I've created. Let me navigate to web section to show you guys that in past we have already created it. So this is the path, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the password CBA this. So I'm going to simply provide this password, and hopefully I'm able to log in. You see, I'm able to log in from different machine, and this is the token. So next time, instead of providing that particular excuse me, username and pass, so I can use that, and the token duration is going to be 768 hours. So anyway, I can also authenticate through the root as well. So in the similar fashion, I can provide the command vault login, and I will provide the root token. So anyway, this thing I need to tell you with regard to the authentication, which is very important. So now what we are going to do, okay. So this is with regard to the MySQL. We are on the RDS section. So vault login we will be doing. Okay, this part we have completed. Okay, so this is the documentation links have official document of vault. So what I'm going to do, Let's try this command. So this is the Ubuntu machine. See guys, I'm able to you see Vault read database grades RDS MySQL admin. But now what I'm getting, this provide me this password and username. So instead of my original password, I will try to use this and I will try to access my RDS database. First of all, I'm going to show you that how we can access with these password. You see, these are the dynamic password, and if I run the same command, you will see different username and password. You see, uh, this is the dynamic thing I was talking about. Uh, so these are the dynamic password or credentials. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install apt install -y MySQL client. So from Ubuntu machine, I will try to access my. I'm going to run the same previous command. So different credentials are in front of me. In the lease is you see set to renewable true, and 1 hour is the release duration. And after that, if you if your app is going to authenticate new dynamic credential automatically provided. So you can revoke the lease as well. Revocation with regard to the lease is command is also I have provided in my doc. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the MySQL host is going to be my RDS um, endpoint, and I'm going to paste it here. And user is going to be, so this is the user. This is the user and this is the password. Okay, MySQL client. I have installed MySQL client. Okay. Let's try this. So, guys, you see, I'm able to successfully logged in. Previously, the package was not installed properly. So, show databases. So, guys, let me tell you that this user has no capability to delete or create databases. So let me show you that what I mean by that. If I navigate to bottom of my document, let me create one database with the user. Create database Wordpress. So it will say access denied. So Vault. This is very important point I want to share with you guys, so you will be able to better understand that Vault credential is going to read the actual already created database tables. It is not meant for creation and deletion. So although you can set up policies, I have not digged into that particular details, but uh, let me create one database. You see access denied. So you see this is the user I was using, and this is and the database. So if you try to create a database or try to delete any database, or do different stuff, you will be not able to do that. You can um show the table or read the database. Let me, you see, let's say use MySQL, okay, and show tables. See, you will be able to read the actual existing database. So this is very important point. So there will be a lot of confusion. So I will definitely my videos I've tried to explain most of the stuff. So that's why the duration is quite lengthy and it's quite long. So anyway, this part is completed. Now what we are going to do, I'm going to show you the actual demo. Uh, this is the actual stuff with regard to the understanding of dynamic secret, but how we can use these dynamic secret in our application. So in WordPress, for WordPress, I've created script for you guys. If I just navigate to the upside, to the upper side. So this is the best script which I will be using, and I will be providing you this script, and I'm going to copy this to till end. And first of all, I need to show you how this is going to be working. And let me paste this in a new text document. So, guys, this is the first step we will be doing. So what I'm going to do is to simply make sure that every Docker run command from this above should be comment out. Okay, so why I'm doing that, I will show you in a moment. So I'm going to use the WordPress official image. I'm going to use the environment variable WordPress DB host. I'm going to simply edit this, and I'm going to put the actual RDS endpoint. Okay, simply copy this. This is we have created. Okay, and I'm going to create this database name, but this database is not exist in our RDS. So I'm going to create this in front of you. The passwords are correct. This is the password I've set up. This is the username I've already set up with you guys. Every other settings is same, but this is not set up. This WordPress database should be there. So what I'm going to do, I need to use my actual credential, because as I told you, as showed you, you will not be able to set up through the Vault credential. So I'm going to use this command previous. Just simply I'm going to use the actual credentials, and the actual credential username is infra gurus is the username, and the password is, make sure there should be no gap after p, or you can remove the p, and your password will not be prompted on the command line. So as this is the demo, so I just want to make things finish as quickly as can, so with better understanding for you guys. So I'm successfully logged in show databases. So I'm going to simply paste this command to create a WordPress database. Okay, press colon. Oops, again mistake. Okay, there is syntax error. Okay, simply do this, and now do the show databases. So see, WordPress database is created. So that's all I have to do. So now simply I'm going to uh, copy the whole script. Why I'm not simply copying this command, because on this particular Ubuntu machine I need Docker installation as well. So instead of manually doing all the stuff, what I'm going to do is to simply automate this stuff. So I'm going to call this WordPress. So WordPress shell, this is okay. it is going to use our RDS. So this is make it executable. Okay, what it will do, it will download the or install the Docker first, and then it will use the Docker run command, and it is going to use the RDS endpoint. So let's see. It will take about just, I guess, 1 to 2 minutes, hardly, but there is a you know high connectivity on those EC2 instance. So best thing is that you don't have to do manually. Every script I will be providing you guys, and the documentation and the steps we have already followed. So in my later videos, I will do different stuff, and we will also follow the same documentation for our base. So this container is up and running. Let's see whether copy the IP address of this Ubuntu machine and paste it in the browser. So guys, you see WordPress is successfully running in Docker container, and we are using the RDS. The title is going to be Infogurus, and I'm going to give this username Asim, and I'm going to use the easiest weak password, confirm yes, my email address, and install WordPress. So why I'm installing this way by providing the actual credential, as I've already shown you in the past tab, what it will do, it will create all the database tables and everything, because our Vault dynamic credential do not have or has access or not authorized to create tables. It is only allowed to read those tables. So this part is done. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to simply remove this. Let me show you that why I'm removing now, so you will have a better idea. So WordPress is removed, and simply copy the IP address of this machine and paste it here. You will find nothing. But what it is gonna do, what it is actually has done, that it is actually created those tables, WordPress required tables, and which is going to be used by our Vault. So if I navigate to the upside and navigate to the login section, okay, see this one. So I'm going to use this same command, vault read RDS admin. So it will give me those dynamic credentials. Okay. With regard to that, I've already set up the automation, and I'm going to show you in that script as well. So these are the credential it provides me. So I'm going to show you now how we can this dynamic credential is going to read the database table. So I'm going to use the same command MySQL, which I've used in past. So I'm going to simply copy the password and put it here, and also I'm going to use the username, remove the user infogurus and put the username. This is the username. Okay, now I'm successfully logged in. Show data bases. See, use database WordPress. Okay, and show tables. You see, I'm able to read every table here. I'm going to press Control D to just exit it out. So just this part I need to show you for your understanding. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to my script again. I'm going to open the script. Okay, leave this pad. This is the one, and this is the one. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply comment out this section, and now I'm going to um, I'm going to uncomment this section and save it. So everything with regard to that, uh, the DB host I need to update here. I'm going to update the DB host. Okay, the DB host as I've already created the RDS, the endpoint of the RDS. Simply provide this, and the DB user, it is going to be already captured by this environment variable, and using that command and DB password, it is going to be all these DB user and DB password is going to be dynamic. So as I've shown you that I've commented this part, and the DB name is going to be WordPress. So simply now I'm going to copy the script, and I'm going to run this script. Simply remove the script first, existing one. I'm going to paste it here. So just to show you guys a bit more understanding that how Vault dynamic credentials work. So press GG to and press DD. Okay, Control Shift Save. So I'm going to run the script. So same script we are running, but you see, I'm using the dynamic credentials. So this is the way you can use the dynamic credential in your actual production. This is the actual basic understanding which I feel I should be made available for you. And believe me, if you watch my video and if you practice this stuff, you will be able to get understanding that yes, Vault is pretty much easy, and it is easier to use Vault in your production environment. So reload this, and you see I'm able to access it, but this time um, my with my dynamic credential. Again, I'm going to simply remove this Docker container, and I am going to prove to you these are the dynamic credential used in my bash script. So Docker remove WordPress. Okay, now I'm going to do debugging, bash uv x, and I'm going to run my WordPress again. So as far as the debugging is concerned, let me show you that this is the script. Okay, this is the script where we run after debugging. So it is going to install Docker. Curl is the command. It is going to download the Docker and run everything, but this is not our area of concern. So this is the path, this is the part where we are interested, and let me show you the credential used for our dynamic credential in our WordPress. So you see WordPress DB name is the WordPress database name, WordPress credentials. So you see what is done, it is this path. So it get out the credentials from the file, and later I'm going to removing this file in video. This is the WordPress DB password. You see it is used, it is dynamic, and also the username. This is the username used, and this is the command which is actually run in our bash script, And if you see this path, so you will be able to understand. So you see, this is the DB password and this is the DB username used, and it is reading, capturing from Vault. And let me navigate to Vault and simply refresh it. So you see, it is deployed again. So clicked on any page, info guru sample page. So it is absolutely working fine, and this is how you can use the dynamic credential in your application. Thank you guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.